Hi guys, I'm Ben.
I'm Kelly.
And our daughter Liesel is currently napping, so she cannot be here with us.
She will join at a later date.
Yeah. And this is our first ever vlog, so bear with us. We're new.
Welcome.
And welcome. And we're new at this. I'm not used to looking into a camera like this, but it'll be fun. So we want to answer a question that a lot of our parents specifically have had, which is, what in the heck are we doing? Some of you guys saw our first post about this big life change that's coming down the pipe for us. So just to recap, we're quitting our house. We're quitting our house and we're selling our jobs.
Oh man. We're
Okay.
really doing it here. We are quitting our jobs, selling our house and a lot of our things, and getting ready to travel the world with our toddler. We wanted to give everybody an update in a little more detail because we haven't really talked too much about our plan. So I guess part one.
Yeah, part one.
Quitting our jobs. So Ben, your last day is coming up first.
Yeah, my last day is this week.
Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm scared. It's been a great career so far, but it just got to the point where I wanted to try something new and I wanted to give our family a chance to follow some other passions. So we've worked really hard the last, almost 15 years, and we've saved some money. And we have a small budget that we're using to do this adventure, and when that money runs out, it runs out. But we're hoping that the adventure will give us some chances to follow some other passions and see if there's other potential career opportunities out there for us. But Kelly, how do you feel about leaving your job?
I'm pretty sad. When I gave notice, I was very emotional because the team that I work with right now is the team that hired me in about 10 years ago, so I've known them all for a really long time. But once I got past the sadness of giving my notice, I was able to focus on this exciting adventure ahead, and I am so excited now. I'm also a little nervous because we're traveling with Liesel, who is a toddler and super energetic, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. The other bittersweet piece of this is that we're going to end up leaving the Bay Area long term. So we've lived here for about 10 years, originally from the Midwest, and after this travel adventure, we're probably going to settle in and have our four walls somewhere closer to family in the Midwest. But it's really bittersweet because we love the Bay Area, and if it was up to me and all of our family happened to live out here, then there'd be no reason to go. But we like to be outside and active, and the weather and things out here really allow for that all year round. So it's sad, but sometimes you have to make choices that are bigger than yourself, and I think right now this is one of those choices. So yeah, we're gonna miss all of our friends out here for sure. So this guy is Chip. He is not coming on the trip with us, unfortunately, because he and Liesel get along really well. At least Liesel gets along well with him. But he's going to go stay at Grandma and Grandpa's house in Michigan. So when we move all of our stuff across the country, it's going to be a guy's road trip. Me driving the U-Haul and Chip sitting passenger.
Bros.
Yep, dude's trip. Anyways.
Chippy.
Say bye, Chip.
Say bye.
Bye.
Meow.
So selling the house, it's been interesting. So it's the first time that we're selling a house. We've had a couple open houses so far, and I'm sure as a lot of other homeowners can relate, it's been a labor of love. We bought this house when Kelly was pregnant, so there's a lot of emotional ties to the house, and we've put a decent amount of work into the house, so we've grown to love it a lot.
Yeah, so when we made this decision to make our life change, this was one of the big cons that we had to talk about because we've grown to love the house so much.
Yeah, and I think one of my favorite memories here is just using the patio, having people and friends over and grilling and brewing beer. I started brewing beer about a year ago, and that's just been a fun thing that I'll always remember started at this house.
And I'll always remember the last few days of me being pregnant inside this house and leaving for the hospital and coming home with Liesel as a newborn.
When Liesel met Chip.
And then just the whole maternity leave that I had with Liesel inside this house because it rained every day. We logged a lot of hours inside this house, but I have such great memories.
All right, part 3, our travel, our adventure that we're gonna embark on. So how long are we going for? We're not sure how long it will go, but we're leaving the Bay Area the beginning of June, and we're heading to Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is one of the most favorite places that we've visited together. We go camping, we go skiing. It's just a wonderland of fun. We'll spend about a month in, why are you laughing? We'll spend about a month in Tahoe, mainly decompressing and kind of planning and thinking about this whole adventure ahead of us. We're going to do some, hiking, biking, paddleboarding, beach time. We'll just see what we can do. That'll be fun. And then from there, we're going to head to Michigan and Chicago and visit family for about 6 weeks. That'll be fun just to reconnect with everybody. We've been out here on the West Coast for a long time. We go back and visit, but we've never visited for more than like 8 or 9 days in a row. And so we'll be there for quite a while, and that'll be really fun to visit that part of the country in a really good time of the year. And then after that, we're going to head over to Europe for a bit, not fully landed on that. And the only other like concrete plan that we have in the next year is that we have a wedding to go to. One of our friends is getting married in Bali, Indonesia in October. So that's the only other hard plan that we have. And that's on a daily basis. So you have some ideas.
Yeah, on a daily basis, our goals are really just to kind of settle in wherever we go and get to experience a little bit of the local culture. We've always wanted to live abroad or live somewhere different, so this will be a real opportunity to live like locals and find our local coffee shop and our local markets and things like that.
Coffee.
We love coffee. Find our local markets and find our daily routine in new places. So we're really looking forward to that. Not as much hitting up all the big touristy spots, but just finding our routine and our little slice of life.
Yeah. And hopefully Lisa will do well too.
Yeah, we've traveled with her. A few times. We've taken some good trips with her, but never more than 10 days at a time. And she also has a hard time sleeping at night, which is pretty common when we're on vacation. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, if she does really well and adapts really well, this trip could last a longer time. But if not, we might throw in the towel.
It could be a month in and just say, no, not working.
Yeah.
But I think she'll do well. I think she'll adapt and do really, really well.
Yeah. I'm pretty nervous about having Lisa on flights for an extended period of time. She's a very active toddler with a short attention span. But we've talked to a lot of people and gotten some helpful tips and trips. Tips. Yep. Tips and tricks. We've gotten a lot of helpful trips.
Oh my. Helpful tips and tricks. Say that.
Helpful tips and tricks.
Cool. Great. Let's go. Thanks. Next section. Why are we sitting in front of you right now? We basically want to document this for our own purposes, and then also for Liesel. She's pretty young, probably won't remember a decent amount of this, if any of it. But we're really doing it, knowing that we're really doing it for ourselves and for our lives and for our family bonding. But we want to make sure we can share it back with her at some point. And the other reason is that we want to document and show and share for those that are interested our journey and what we're doing and how we're getting through every day, and especially with friends and family that are going to be far away. And then lastly, social media is just an awesome tool. We really like following other like-minded families and getting tips and tricks. Got it? See?
Tips and tricks
from them. And so we'll be sharing it on social media. And we have an Instagram page, Facebook page, and we'll have this YouTube channel. So if you like it, great. We'll be here.
So how would you sum up what we're doing in one sentence?
One sentence. We're pushing our personal boundaries to travel the world with our daughter and have less stuff, more experiences. Yeah.
High five.
High five. We do have one short video for you before we go. Just a short snippet of the type of things you might see on our YouTube channel going forward. So a couple weeks ago, it was really rainy here, and Lisa wanted to go out and jump in the puddles. So after the rain stopped, we went out and jumped in the puddles, and she loved her rain boots. Thanks, Gigi.
You see the puddles? Also wanted to say thank you for all the love and support that we've gotten over the past week or so since we made our first post. We really appreciate all the energy and the positive thoughts. It's going to keep us positive and energized going through this whole journey, which we really need because it is so nerve-wracking and we're so filled with anxiety, but we're so excited for the journey ahead. And next week we'll get into a little bit more about why we made this decision, so stay tuned.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.